Now, for those of you who've been watching my channels, you want to know why I don't like Rick Strom. You want to know who Rick Strom is? This is the dude. This is the dude who I've been making videos about, exposing him for lying and putting on blast, right? Because this guy here, once again, he's like Reid and Kap, he's there to stir the pot. He's there to try to take down the NFL, right? This man's made several videos trying to talk against how the NFL is bad when he's done nothing but lie about them. When all his videos are not even factual, right? They don't have the whole truth to it at all. This man did not even do proper research at all, right? He defends Colin Kaepernick, right? He defends Eric Reid, despite Eric Reid and Kaepernick have done things that have make people think different about him, right? They have a difference of opinion, okay? Just like, for example, man, when Reid got signed by the Panthers, Eric Reid came out there and confronted Malcolm Jenkins, and you don't see no video that Strom did on there, right? Like I said, Strom does things, you know what I'm saying, for his own benefit, right? He acts like he cares about black folks, but really he's just using our pain for his views. This is somebody who's profiting from Black Lives Matter because they're paying him to destroy the league, to go against the NFL. This guy's another one of these plants they have working for him. This guy's another minion under George Soros. I've already figured out. Because I've done some digging on Strom. And if you go on TYT Sports Instagram, none of the stuff that Strom says on YouTube is on there, right? I went on their Twitter just last night. Most of TYT Sports Twitter is from 2018 and 17. They have not been updated. The only one who's been on there was Strom, right? Strom is the only one out of his other TYT members that keeps pushing this narrative. He keeps trying to push the issue. And the other members from TYT have already moved on. They're not doing it no more. He's keep pushing the issue, right? I'm just telling you what it is. This man is just using this. No, he wants black folks to go against the NFL. To think he wants to try to turn you against the NFL. He wants black folks to try to. He wants black folks to try to abandon the NFL because he don't like it, right? He keeps making a case for Colin Kaepernick and this and that and other, but yet you talk against Donald Trump, but yet Colin Kaepernick won't even vote. So my thing is, I'm finna address Strom, right? Because again, this needs to be said. Yes, yeah, Rick, I'm talking to you. Yeah, Rick. Me and you have beef. We've been beefing for the last 2 years. Yeah, Strom. I'm talking to you. I hope you watching this video. I hope you see this. Because, Rick, I'm not playing no more, man. It's over, man. You need to quit talking against the NFL. Leave Colin Kaepernick alone. Just leave it alone, right? Why would you even put that video out with Eric Reid? Right? Because, Strom, you obviously don't understand at all. Strom, you obviously don't get it, man. Eric Reid has been nothing but a headache to the Carolina Panthers since he got there. Okay? In your video, you talk about Eric Reid has been released. He's still in his prime. How is Reid in his prime when he's done absolutely nothing since he came into the league? The Panthers have not made the playoffs in 2 years in a row. Okay? They didn't make the playoffs last year when they signed him, and they didn't make the playoffs this year, right? So why is this Panthers? He's done nothing for him. Instead of Eric Reid focus on winning games, this dude rather talk against the NFL, trying to complain about him being a black man and he ain't being treated right. He a slave, but he's collecting a paycheck, right? So, Strom, won't you tell everybody what's really going on, man? Tell everybody that you really don't do your research when you do these videos and you just put out stuff out there and making people believe that's true. Won't you tell them that, Strom? Tell them the real reason why Eric Reid is not in the NFL no more, because the team don't want him around. That's why. Tepper Gate has been more than fair to that man. That man has done nothing for it. Has done nothing. He's showed no gratitude at all. He's showed that he's not thankful. So why don't you tell him that, right? Just like Strom, you lied about everything else. Because Strom, I know, man, when Kaepernick got that deal, he got that when he got that settlement, you wasn't there. Strom, Kaepernick did not tell you how much he made. He didn't tell nobody how much he made. Stephen A. Smith, right? My son, who actually was defending him, right? My son did a YouTube video and an Instagram line saying that Kaepernick told him nothing, right? More than one people have said Kaepernick, even Chris Broussard, right? They said that Kaepernick told them nothing. So how do you know everything? That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? How you know what's going on when you wasn't even there? Rick Strom, I didn't see you in that picture he took. That picture with his agent, right? George Soros, all these other people, all these other white folks he had with him, you wasn't there. Come on, Strom, let's be honest, Rick. Because, see, Rick, you'll never understand what it feels like to be the skin color at all. Rick, you don't. Rick, you're the type of person who plays off our pain, right? You act like you care, but you really don't. Because, Rick, I watch you go against other black men for Kaepernick. Over the last 2 years, you said that Kitty Steele's Whittaker's always say he was targeted by his coach. Brian Flores was a black man, a dark-skinned black man who finally got a head coaching job. Right? That's what I like about you. Right? Flores did what he did to try to calm Steele down because he was out of control. Steele was not focused on winning the football games. He was focused on his owner, right? Never once did you talk about Malcolm Jenkins, Josh Norman, anyone in the Players Coalition for what they did that Kaepernick decided not to be a part of. Come on, Rick. Won't you tell your viewers the truth? Won't you tell them you're working for Soros? You're there you're there because that city is probably, or Kaepernick's paying you a paycheck. Let's be honest. Nobody cares about Kaepernick no more, Strong. You'd say that the NFL is this bad company, and why is it still here, Strong? Nobody cares about it no more, Rick. So why don't you tell your people the truth? What'd you tell them that? You're just doing this because this is a gimmick to you. You're getting paid to do it. You don't do this because you really care. When I go on your social media, I just see somebody trying to act. Right? See, Strom, you can fool the people who are pro-black. You can't fool me like you fool them. I see right through you. I see how fake you are. Okay? Yeah, it's one thing to defend black folks, but it's another thing to try to stir confusion. Right? You went against Jay-Z. Jay-Z, we're done kneeling. He's right. Because Rick Strom, what a kneeling really is doing for us, right? Even though Kaepernick took a knee, we still had officers harassing black folks. That did nothing. Strong. See, Strong, the problem is you want to defend Kaepernick, but you yourself are not doing nothing against this either. See, Strong, the only way these officers, these racist officers stop doing this is you have to tell them to stop. People who look like you, Strong. See, Rick, you don't live in the ghetto in the places that black folks live in. You don't. Let's be honest, Strong. You don't know what it's like to be our skin color. You'll never know what that feels like, right? And Rick, let's just be honest. People who look like you ain't gonna never stop hating us, right? Let's just be honest, Strong. Won't you tell your black folks the truth? Rick, people who look like you are not telling your own people to stop harassing us. Y'all not doing it. See, Strong, we can fight against them all day long. That's not going to do nothing. You have to change it. You're Strong, in all your videos this whole time, all you did was praise Kaepernick. You talk against Donald Trump, yet you did not vote against Donald Trump at all. Matter of fact, he talked against Hillary too, right? That's what's so confusing about this, Strong. You defend somebody who won't even vote and make a difference. There once that I see Colin Kaepernick even endorsing a candidate that can run for the White House and go against Trump and Hillary. Y'all not doing that at all, right? So, Strong, what are you really doing this for, right? What's your excuses? Because the NFL have done what they had to do to try to make things right with these players, man. The player coalition got back over 80 something million. They're going on these social injustice problems, which you don't report on at all. Okay? So Rick, you need to stop wasting your time, man. It's over. This is done, man. Move on. Because Colin Kaepernick has said absolutely nothing. Colin Kaepernick has not done not a single interview, right? Ness Nitty works for Hot 97, Rick. So why don't you tell your subscribers that Colin Kaepernick's girlfriend works for Hot 97 but refuses to put him on there? So Rick, ask yourself that, right? Why isn't Kaepernick saying anything, right? I know Kaepernick only speaks up when the cameras are on him, when when it comes to the NFL, right? When he's on the field, that's the only time he speaks. When he's off the field, he don't say nothing. Come on, Rick. Why is that not happening, Rick? Please tell me what's going on. Why isn't Kaepernick stayed silent for all this time? Even now, he's saying nothing, right? We got all these issues. He's saying nothing. Come on, Rick. Explain to me. Explain to your viewers what's really going on. Because, Rick, when I look at you, I just look at somebody that's, again, just playing a role, right? Got back folks trying to play a victim role, and y'all not doing nothing to stop nothing. Nothing, right? These officers you say that's harassing black folks like Kaepernick protest about, you are not even going against them at all yourself. Rick Shaw, I don't see nobody who looks like you confronting these police officers, right? None of them. I don't see no Caucasian in a group of them going against these officers. Y'all not even doing that. Let's just be honest, Rick Strong. You're not going to give, like Max Cabin, you're not going to give up your white privilege for nobody. Let's just be honest. You're only doing this so you can get views and attention. You're only doing this so you get money. Right? Carcino for Life is right about people like you. Right? You play off black folks' pains. That's all you're doing. You're profiting from what we're going through. Just like Nike. Why would Nike compare Kaepernick to Pat Tillman? And then even on your social media, you have to know to say, oh, Pat Tillman said that believe that the war was, he said that the Tillman family believed that the war was illegal. Then why was Pat Tillman going out there fighting against the enemy then if he said this war was illegal? You straight said that Pat Tillman and his family believed that this war was illegal, right? That everything Bush, when Bush decided to go to war with Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein against the Taliban, that this is illegal, right? But then why would Pat Tillman give up that $1 million home, leave his wife and kids behind, give up all those cars, right? His whole family behind to go to war and then get killed, right? If it's so illegal. You want to turn everything into a conspiracy theory, man. Typical liberal, right? No, man. Everything ain't no conspiracy theory. Because there's problems that can be solved. But it has to start with you, Rick Strom. You alone. Rick, if you want to really do something for black folks, leave Colin Kaepernick out of it. I'm serious, man, because Colin Kaepernick done absolutely nothing. He has no answers. Because another thing, Rick Strom, what was his answer? What was his solution to the end game? For real, what was his end game to the goal? Since y'all protest against police brutality, you took a knee. What was the solution to stop police brutality? We still don't know. Rick, you yourself don't even have no solution. All you're doing is posting old clips of him. You just posted clips about Donald Trump, calling him an SOB, but you have no answers to stop Trump. Because you attacking the NFL is not going to solve anything when the NFL has gave these players millions of dollars extra in their contracts to go against these problems, right? Just like, Rick, you have the nerve to say the Chicago Bears are being racist for wearing those uniforms when you didn't even go on their Twitter at all. You did no research and found out why they was wearing it, right? You just told somebody a freaking lie. You made up your own narrative and said that this is what's going on when that's false. That's fake, right? Because the original owner who owned the Bears in the 1930s has been dead and gone for over 40 some years. That man died in the 80s. The man's daughter is the one who owns the Chicago Bears. You see me, I showed everybody the video. I showed you Mitch Trubisky in that video, right? It was him and about 5 other players. They stated why they wore the uniforms. And that the money they got from that weekend was going to go on towards cleaning up the streets of Chicago, right? So these owners do care. You had the nerve to go against Jim Irsay, right? The coach. You want to explain how Jim Irsay should sign Colin Kaepernick? Yeah, you forgot that Jacoby Brissett is actually a quarterback too. Strong when Luck retired, there was only 3 other quarterbacks on the depth chart. Jacoby Brissett was waiting for his opportunity to play. So how you gonna put Colin Kaepernick over Jacoby Brissett, another black man? No, Storm, you don't get to do that. You don't have the power to do that. I'm sorry. You don't put down one black man for another. No, that's not what we're gonna do, Strong. That's why I have a problem with you. A lot of my videos I'm going on telling people the truth. Because, Rick, I got to let people know the truth about you. Rick, you're fake as hell. Let's just be honest, Rick. You need to stop giving up this so-called woke gimmick. You look just as stupid as Max Cameron that constantly defend Eric Reid and Kaepernick when they're in the room. Because, Rick, so why don't you tell your fans, why don't you tell your subscribers that Kaepernick had opportunities already, right? Why don't you tell them that John Elway came out there in an open statement and said that I gave Colin Kaepernick a chance to be on my football team? John Elway, why don't you tell your fans that John Elway was going to try to trade for Colin Kaepernick, but he was going to give Colin Kaepernick the money he wanted. John Elway straight told Kaepernick, I'll trade for you, and I'll trade you over here for $7 million, but I'm not going to pay the $160 million. Kaepernick didn't want to be there. That's why he wasn't there, right? Won't you tell your fans that the Seattle Seahawks brought him on to try to work out with him, right? And he turned that down. Won't you tell him about Ray Lewis? I know you don't talk about Ray Lewis at all in your videos at all. When Ness Nitty called Ray Lewis a house slave, right, and called Brashadi a slave owner, right, Rick, that was completely out of line. That was completely racist, right? Because, Rick, when she did that, that reflects on the other owners. Okay, so you understand what she just did, right? This woman is not even full. This woman is Middle Eastern, okay? Egyptian and Middle Eastern, right? Her family from Saudi Arabia gonna call Steve Brashadi a freaking slave owner and gonna call Ray Lewis a house slave and compare that to the Django? Rick, was that even right? Was that even the right thing to do? I know you said nothing about that at all. Rick, you stay silent on it, okay? When this is Ray Lewis, who was talking about Brashadi about signing Kaepernick, giving him another opportunity, going out on a limb for him, and this is what you do? You disrespect him? When Colin Kaepernick called out Jim Brown, the legendary Jim Brown, Rick, who did a whole that was around before you were born, that fought against the KKK, right? It was part of the Black Panther Party, right? Because of Jim Brown, Colin Kaepernick was able to play in the league. We got all these. We got the Emmitt Smiths. We got the Jerry Rices, the Barry Sanders, the Ray Lewises, right? We got the Jerome Bettises because of Jim Brown. When Kaepernick talked against Jim Brown, you wasn't there. You didn't report on none of that. See, Rick, you don't get to report on things that only you want to report on. You got to report the whole truth, right? When Colin Kaepernick, Eric Reid, and Ness Diddy do something wrong, you not reporting it at all, right? Like, for example, during the Super Bowl 53. Because last night, Travis Scott and Big Boy decided they want to perform in Atlanta for their fans because they want to see them. And they gotta get paid to pay their bills and feed their families. Ness Diddy gonna call them all sellouts, right? Where was you then, Rick? You did not do a video on that at all. See, Rick, this is what you don't understand, Rick. Colin Kaepernick was not raised in the hood. He didn't grow up like the rest of us. Rick, I grew up in the city of Long Beach, California, in the hood, in the north side and east. I'm constantly surrounded by sex, money, and drugs and prostitution. People getting killed every other weekend, right? Helicopters flying around towns. I'm surrounded by that. And there have been many athletes who grew up like I did. We had it rough. I've constantly been pulled over by the police just for me being how I am. But I do know this, Rick, all officers ain't bad people. You know, see, Rick, if racism going in, it starts with people like you. You got to start doing something. Just stop using Colin Kaepernick. Stop using all these other black civil rights leaders. Because Kaepernick is not no leader. He just ain't, Rick. Again, Rick, when Colin Kaepernick stayed silent from 2018 until 2019, right? We stayed silent all those years. Where was he then, Rick? Why don't you tell people what he was doing behind closed doors? Because, Rick, you making it seem like you know everything, right? You've been around Colin Kaepernick your whole life. You do nothing but kiss this man behind. And Kaepernick has done absolutely nothing to help nobody. This man don't care, Rick. Man, Rick, why don't you tell your subscribers what Colin Kaepernick was doing before he got the deal, right? Because when he was in college, playing for Alpha Phi Alpha, he wasn't wearing no afro. That man wasn't doing none of this at all, Rick. Rick, you say this man was within a play of the Super Bowl, right? But did you even watch the whole game? Rick, I watched the Super Bowl. The 49ers didn't lead the entire game. How is he within a play of winning the Super Bowl when he man couldn't even get a 2-card conversion with Randy Moss as his receiver, right? See, Rick, you obviously didn't watch that whole Super Bowl. When you made that video say you was within a play of winning the Super Bowl, I went back behind you and saw that was fake. Colin Kaepernick got picked off twice. Okay? And Strom, notice how the 49ers got Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback, right? Somebody who was on the bench just like Kaepernick, right? And they got Kyle Shanahan. They still went to the Super Bowl, right? So what's that tell you, Rick? Colin Kaepernick's actually not that good. Rick, you obviously did not watch none of that. You talk about Eric Reid, but the Panthers went 5-11. And I can show you on schedule why the Panthers lost to certain teams. Why they 5-11, right? They couldn't hardly beat nobody in their division. So, Rick, you got to understand, Rick, it's over. Stop going against the NFL, Rick. The NFL not going to stop for you. You're wasting your time with the videos. And all you're doing, Rick, is pissing people in your comment section off. That's all you're doing. You keep offending a certain amount of people. That's not going to get the job done at all. You going against the NFL is not going to change how your people outside the NFL feel about my people. Rick, it's just not going to change that. Rick, there's better things you need to do than talk against the NFL. Right? You need to leave the NFL alone. Just because Colin Kaepernick not in the league now don't mean you continuously attack the NFL. Because, again, you look like a hypocrite. You just, again, when you talk against Jim Irsay trying to say why Colin Kaepernick should lead the coast, could take the coast to the Super Bowl, before then you was talking about how bad the NFL was. You try to say the NFL was dying off. So, Rick, wake up your mind. What are you really trying to do? What are you really trying to accomplish? Now, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because, Rick, I already know why a lot of these pro-blacks is on your channel, right? Because they don't like the white man no way. Like, they still mad that Colin Kaepernick lead now. So I know why you can, like I say, you only care to them, but you can't fool me. And, Rick, there are many people who feel the same way I do. Rick, I'm just looking at you, Rick. All I see with you is just a gimmick. Just like Kaepernick ran that fro, all you're doing is playing a gimmick. This is not really who you are off camera, right? You're not no activist, Rick Strom, because what are you yourself is doing? Yeah, you say all these things about Colin Kaepernick and what Reid doing, but what are you doing? Because, again, last time I checked, Rick Strom, where are your people when my people are in need, right? Just like, for example, you talked about Nipsey Hussle, right? I had to check you that Nipsey Hussle got killed by Eric Holder, his own friend. That was a black-on-black violence, okay? So when black-on-black violence is going on, your people are not around at all, right? Matter of fact, Rick, when my people are getting harassed, where are your people right here to help us fight back? You're nowhere around, Rick. Let's just be honest, Strom. You're nowhere around when we really need you. Let's just be honest. Let's call it for what it is, Rick. Yeah, Rick, I'm on your avenue now. I'm on you now. I saw through you already. You fake as hell. Rick, Where's you and your people when my people are in need? When these police is harassing us, right? When we're really not getting treated fair at our job, where are you to defend us? Nowhere to be found. Rick, because you're too busy looking out for yourself and your family and your people, right? You ain't looking out for us at all. So that's why you need to leave us alone, man. Leave this Kaepernick stuff alone. Leave Eric Reid. You don't need to be doing no more videos about Reid. Because I'm telling you right now, Rick, the whole league is tired of Reid. It's tired of Eric Reid. The reason why Reid got cut by the Panthers, not because of that record, but two, he's done absolutely nothing. This man is too busy talking against his owner, talking against what he don't like about the NFL instead of winning games. And his team don't like it. Same thing with Kaepernick, right? The 49ers wanted Colin Kaepernick strong. Why don't you tell your people the truth? The 49ers wanted Colin Kaepernick. He decided to opt out of his contract. So, Strom, how do you expect to get signed to another team when you opting out of contracts? Because you don't like a certain situation that's going on. Colin Kaepernick could have stayed signed to that team, right? And then forced him to stay. He chose to leave on his own free will. Did nobody force him out? So for you to sit there telling them lies, Rick, that's wrong. That's stupid. That's crazy. No, Rick, I'm not having it no more, man. I'm on your case now. I don't care how many times I'm going to keep exposing you. You are a liar, Rick. I can't have you lying to my people no more. My people deserve to hear the truth. Rick, people like you use Colin Kaepernick as a tool for you to profit and make money. Because all you're doing, Rick, is getting your views and you're making money. Are you making YouTube money off those views? This is the only way for you to get views, Rick. You can't make a video on your own talk about social justice issues that you want to try to stop. Rick, where are your videos? Because, matter of fact, forget Colin Kaepernick and that's Diddy, right? Because they don't care. Where are your views? Where are your videos where you say what you will do differently about police brutality, about social injustice? I don't see what you doing at all. Rick, I got videos telling my black people to stop killing each other, stop gangbanging, right? I don't see you telling none of your people to stop hating on mine. I don't see you telling none of these officers to leave my people alone and stop harassing them. I don't see you, Rick, telling you going against Donald Trump, but you won't even vote against him at all. Colin Kaepernick straight told everybody, I'm not voting for neither president. That tells you, Rick, he's part of the problem. You bring up pictures with Martin Luther King, but Martin Luther King believed in voting. Martin Luther King went to jail behind trying to vote. And Colin Kaepernick say he's not going to vote? Rick, why didn't you say anything about it? Come on now, Rick. Why is because Colin Kaepernick's paying you? Let's be honest, Rick. You're getting paid by Black Lives Matter to spread confusion. You got pictures of Martin Luther King, Muhammad Ali. They all voted. Okay? Let's just be honest. You talk about all these civil rights, but you yourself are not doing nothing about it. But trying to ride the coattails of somebody else. No, Rick, you got to do something now. It starts with you. Rick Strom, if you really care about my people, then you need to do something on your own. Stop using other people to stop trying to praise other people and you do something about it. Because Colin Kaepernick ain't did nothing at all. He said nothing. That man don't care no more. He don't. Because honestly, Colin Kaepernick don't know what he doesn't know what he really wants to do with his life. Let's just be honest. Like I told you, Colin Kaepernick is somebody who was adopted by a Caucasian family who looked like you, Rick. And they raised him in Milwaukee, in the suburbs of Milwaukee. Colin Kaepernick did not grow up in the hood. He didn't grow up in the ghetto like someone like me grew up. Rick, I had a hard growing up. He didn't. Right? The Kaepernicks raised Colin, right? They gave him a good home, a good education. They paid for him his full right to go to Nevada, where he played football at, right? Wasn't none of this Afro stuff going on. Matter of fact, Rick, when Eric Gardner and even Trayvon Martin got killed, he said nothing. We had Rick Strom. Where was you then when that happened? Y'all only appeared because Colin Kaepernick got blackballed and y'all ran away with the story because it made y'all a lot of views. But before then, y'all wasn't doing nothing at all. When Trayvon Martin got killed, Rick, was you going against Zimmerman? I don't see you talking against him. Matter of fact, Rick, where was you when Patrick Crucius, said another Caucasian went inside that Walmart and shot them on them people, right? Because they were Mexican. You ain't saying nothing about it. Nothing. When your people do something wrong, y'all not there to stop them. Y'all not saying nothing about it. The man in Vegas shot and went in that country music, when that concert shot down on people. You dare not to say nothing. When your people do something wrong, y'all not there. Don't just look for my people to do everything. Your people Rick Strom, it starts with you. You and your people got to go against your own people and end this racism. Racism is going to end once your people tell your other people to stop. That's why. Rick, all you're doing is trying to piggyback off the success of somebody else. That's all you're doing. You're using Colin Kaepernick to get yourself famous. That's all you're doing. And that's why I'm calling you out, Rick. That's why me and you got beef. That's why me and you are beefing. This is why I'm doing this video, man, because you full of crap. Your whole videos are BS. You done talk against Brian Flores, Jay-Z, Jason Whitlock, Marcellus Wiley. And by the way, the video you did on Marcellus Wiley was out of line because Marcellus Wiley is an ex-NFL player himself, Strong. Marcellus Wiley has more information than you do. Marcellus Wiley got way more access to the truth than you do, right? You don't work for the NFL. He does. Rick Strom, go look at that VAT TV interview that Marcellus Wiley did. It's all facts, okay? No, Rick Strom, you're not going to tell my people lies. You're not going to sit there and tell my people lies and make it seem like the NFL is doing Rick and Kap every wrong when they really didn't. The NFL did nothing wrong. And Rick Strom, let me actually tell you this too. That after when Rick and Kap's practice was finished, right? When he pushed that interview, he pushed the practice an hour away from the Atlanta Falcons facility. And when he was done, when Rick and Kap wore that Kuta Kinte shirt, Rick Strom, you know how embarrassing that was for black folks? Because Rick Strom, there are black people who worked hard to own their businesses, to own corporations. There are black folks who are really making money and living their dream. But when he wore that Kuta Kinte shirt, Rick Strom, he wasn't representing us at all. He embarrassed us. That's why Stephen A. Smith called him out like the way he did. Because it was ridiculous. It's like he wants to be happy playing the freaking victim. Instead of stand up on his own 2 feet and being lyric, he wants to play the victim. Rick Strom, that's not how we act. That's not how black people's that's not how black people's act. That's not how we are. Black folks like Oprah Winfrey didn't do what they do for him to be going out there embarrassing us like that. I'm sorry. Rick, that was out of line. These owners trying to give you another opportunity. You going to tell them to stop running? Rick, that's not how you get a job. Because Rick Strom, again, common sense. If you sue anybody, they normally not going to give you a second chance. The NFL want to give them a second opportunity to show that they care, right? So we can get past this. And what does he do, right? He disrespects them by pushing the venue, wouldn't sign their waiver, which tells them they can't sue him, right? He can't extort them for money. He going to change the whole thing. And now once he think any of the people who actually came out there, the scouts who basically, once again, wasted up extra gas, right? Drove another hour away to go see him. He didn't thank them at all. Colin Kaepernick made this all about him and him alone. And you sit here and simp for him. Rick, he was out of line for saying that. You don't do that to no job interview. You don't go to nobody's job interview and do what they're having to go say what you want to say and do what you want to do. When somebody tells you to be somewhere for interview, you ain't going to just tell them and say, I'm going to do this somewhere else. That's not how you work business. That's not how business works. Because, Rick, you wouldn't even tolerate the same thing if you break somebody in for a job interview. You wouldn't be telling them. You wouldn't like them telling you what they going to do. Come on, Rick, you're not making sense at all. But once again, you stood up for it. You took up for him, right? You simped for him like an idiot. That's weak, man. No, Colin Kaepernick embarrassed every black person by doing that. I'm sorry, man. I can't roll with that. I can't. We are not slaves, Rick. Colin Kaepernick basically wore that shirt, called himself a slave. Kuta Kinte was a slave. We not slaves no more. That's that slave mentality. I'm not down with it. I can't roll with that. That's embarrassing. That's messed up. And knowing that, he made his own Alpha Phi Alpha brothers look bad for representing him. He made the whole Alpha Phi Alpha look terrible for doing that. No, Rick, he set black folks back another 50 years for doing that. Because, Rick, I don't see none of your people doing that. Come on now, Rick. Let's just be honest, Rick. What are you doing for black folks? Forget Colin Kaepernick, right? Forget Eric Reid. What are you doing to stop this, right? What candidate are you endorsing to go against Trump? Because Strom, if Trump gets nominated another 4 years, it's because black folks refuse not to vote. Because Colin Kaepernick said he ain't going to vote. Other people going to follow behind him and not vote. That's why. And that's the problem I have. Strom, I have you know that I vote every year. Okay? Voting does make a difference. This Colin Kaepernick want to sit here and complain about all these policies, right? Police brutality, that he ain't done nothing to fix the situation his damn self. Him donating clothes and money, what's that going to do? That's not doing nothing. Because he didn't have to, first of all, he played to play football. He ain't played out there to protest. The other members of his football team are trying to win championships. All this political stuff and protest stuff, you leave that outside the football field, Strong. When you sign your name on a dotted line, the owner can tell you what you can and what you can't do. That's with any job. Okay? So, Rick, if you don't like the NFL, don't do it no more. Don't do no more videos about the NFL. Leave them alone. Because you, sir, you are the problem. You got black folks believing in something that ain't even true. Stop confusing my people. Leave my people alone. Matter of fact, like I said, you don't need to be doing no more videos on Eric Reid, no more videos on Colin Kaepernick. Leave them alone. Because Rick, when my people are really in need, when my people are really in danger, you and your people, some of your people are not even around. Y'all not around when this is really going down. Right? Y'all don't live in the ghetto. You don't live in the hood. George Soros's got money right now to build black folks an empire, an army. He refuses not to. What Nipsey Hussle was doing, Colin Kaepernick's not doing that at all. He's just not. You don't see Colin Kaepernick buying up no businesses, right? Employing giving black people jobs. He's not doing none of that. He don't care. Okay? Colin Kaepernick had opportunities to play for the AAF that could have saved it. He refused not to. Right? Because that man wanted $20 million and they couldn't afford to give him that. Yeah, Rick Strom, where's that? Where was you then when he turned down that contract? There were other organizations that wanted Colin Kaepernick to play for him, right? He turned it down. Where was you then? Nowhere to be found. You didn't do these videos. So, Rick, that's what I'm saying, man. You confuse the people. Yeah, you're just doing this for views. You do this for clout. You don't actually care. And that's the problem I have. So, Rick, when other Caucasians like you start caring, actually caring, and start doing something to fight against civil rights and stop trying to use people like Colin Kaepernick to hide behind, then we could talk. Then things could be different. Until then, Rick, no. I don't want to hear it no more. Stop with your videos. The only reason why you're doing an Eric Reid video because it's making noise, right? That's the only reason, because you paid to support him. You paid to do videos on him. That's why. Never once did you even do videos on the Carolina Panthers losing all these games. You don't watch football at all. Y'all, like, let's be honest, Rick. Your channel is more of a political channel. You don't really talk about sports at all. Actual highlights of football games and basketball games, y'all don't report on none of that stuff. It's just all politics. Y'all go against Trump, but you won't even vote against him, man. I can't roll with that. But that's it.